Oh hey, this is Trav. I've got my nephew Josh here today. He's going to be helping us. We're going to be building a bluebird nest box. In other words, a birdhouse for bluebirds. Now there's a western bluebird and an eastern bluebird. What we want is a 5-inch wide piece of cedar, which we've got here. The reason we choose cedar as a wood is it's very durable. It handles the weather well, lasts for years and years. It'll start out this color and fade to just a nice, beautiful gray, and it'll last for, well, as long as probably Josh has been alive. So we're going to use this for the fronts, the sides, the top, everything, okay? 5 inches wide. It's recommended that the birdhouse be 10 3/4 tall. And you'll notice there's a split in this cedar, which I don't like. But this was at the end of my son's eagle project when he built bat houses. We had this piece, and there's a split in here. That might be one of the reasons we're given this piece. I'm just going to put a couple of nails in here to hold it. It'll be just fine. The bluebirds won't mind. All right, Josh, lay that tape out on there and give us a measurement, 10 3/4 inches. Nephew Josh here works as an upholsterer. He's been learning how to reupholster furniture, haven't you?
Yeah.
Has that given you appreciation and increased your work ethic?
Yeah, it definitely has. It's a lot of work, and it can take a lot of time, and you don't realize how much time it takes to actually redo a piece of furniture.
Well, building a birdhouse is a lot of fun. It's not furniture for us, but it will be, hopefully, for a bird in the future. Measure twice, cut once, 'cause that's what Grandpa always says. Come right here, young man. This is already set to a 90. Have you used a chop saw before?
Yeah.
Okay. Chop only the wood. Oh yeah, let's get you some PPE. We're all about safety here on Outdoors with Trav. Here you go, young man. So let's get 2 more that are 10 3/4 inches long. This will be the back of the birdhouse. These 3 lengths, or these 3 boards are all the same length, 10 3/4 that you cut. So we'll be putting these on his sides. This will end up being the front. This board, we'll cut it down and it'll be the base. And then this one, we'll cut some of it off and it'll be the top. It'll stick out a little bit to give some protection from the elements and predators. And then we'll have an entrance hole right here. So young Josh is going to use some of these. These are salvaged sheet metal screws off of a shed, an old chicken coop. So we don't want those to split the wood. So we're going to go ahead, and I'll do the first one here. We're just going to drill a hole right here. And then you're going to sink that screw right down through there. I'll hold it.
All right.
Oh, that's good. This is an impact driver, so it has a ton of force, and that's good. We stop right there. That looks great. Let's put 3 of those in. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. We don't want to do this on the other side because that's going to be our clean out. Okay, we want to just have one single point. Okay, over here is going to be that side. But we do want to attach the front very, very solid. So let's sink 3 screws along here. Let's do the same thing. Pre-drill and then sink them in. Go ahead and take that tape measure. Let's just measure down from this end 2 inches. Good, and I'm just going to put a mark right there. And over here on the other side, 2 inches. What that's going to do is going to allow us to run a nail into either side as a pin to act as a hinge point. Now I'll probably cut some of these nails. Yeah, that might be okay. Actually, they're okay. I probably won't shorten them. Sometimes I do. But this will be our hinge point for the clean out. So when we go to clean our birdhouse, this will hinge open and shut. I learned this from my friend Chris, who's a carpenter. You just flatten the tip of that nail a little bit. See that? So now it will just push its way down through the wood rather than splitting, and it will not split the wood. It's kind of a neat trick. We want to find the center point all the way around. So 2.5 inches, I'm going to put a mark. So go ahead and measure down 2.5 and over. All right, young man. This is 1.5 inch hole saw, and we're going to cut a hole in here. For eastern and western bluebirds, it's recommended 1.5 inches. It could be 1 9/16 inches, but 1.5 inches is what we've got, and it's going to be great. So there you go. Go ahead and line that up right on that mark and give us a nice entrance to this Bluebird nest box. So go ahead, let's put a mark right on there. So we got 3 inches of overhang. That'll help keep the weather out and a little bit of predator avoidance as well. Now Josh, we're gonna put the bottom in on this nesting box. We've cut off the 4 corners on purpose, and that's to allow ventilation once this thing's closed up, the air to pass through so our birds aren't sweltering in there. Grab that and one of these. Go ahead. Whoop, nice. Okay, good. Now this side we don't want to put any, right? Because that's going to be our clean out. But we are going to sink probably a couple over here and then one in the back. Get it? Pull it out of there. There you go. Good. To clean out, we're going to go ahead. We're just going to sink a Phillips head screw right here. So when you're out checking your birdhouse, you can just carry a Phillips handheld screwdriver with you. Take the screw out part way, open it up for the clean out, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and just sink that in here right now. We're just gonna tighten this a little bit, keep it going. We can split the wood real easy if we're not careful here. There's so much torque. So we just wanna go a little bit more. Let's try that. Oh, that's great. That's good. A raccoon or any other predator that comes along is not going to be able to get into this nest box. A good birdhouse has 4 things. Number 1 is this diameter of the hole to attract the species we're after, which in this case is bluebirds, okay? 1.5 inches is perfect. It's got predator avoidance, which in this case is the overhang, and also the fact that this box is going to be mounted up high on a post. That'll keep a snake or something from being able to get in there. Another thing is ventilation. We've got these 4 corners removed, and of course we've got a gap right here as well as a small gap right here. So that allows circulation in our birdhouse. And last but not least is our clean out. So go ahead and remove that screw part way, and we're gonna just demo the clean out here. It comes along in the spring with either a drill like this or a handheld Phillips, and go ahead and pull that clean out. You can pull on that screw. It opens up, reach in, right? Pull out all the old nest material. Boy, that looks nice and clean. Go ahead and close it up. And ready to tighten the screw down and let it sit for another year. Very nice. What do you think of that?
That's awesome. That's
pretty cool. Why don't you take that home and try it out?
All right, thank you.
You bet. You'll see a lot of the ones on the Forest and BLM are numbered because the volunteers that go out there, they're great people. They check these things year after year, clean them out. Sometimes you'll see number painted on there or stenciled, but I guess in your case this will just be 1.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and attach this Bluebird nest box here to the fence. Got a 1/4 inch driver on here. Sink those in just like that, and it's ready to go. Thanks for watching. I would hope you'd subscribe if you're interested, and if you enjoyed the video. It'd be great to say you liked it as well. Also really enjoy comments. Perhaps if you build a birdhouse or you do have some success, share that with us. It'd be great. Share a story, a comment, or a question. I'll always respond if I can. Thank you.